is just fascinating. Jacobson will be big. Narawa ready. Time for the 2020 edition of the Battle of the Kaimais. And Trask gets us underway, going high, tracking back and taking it. Thompson. Weber just gets him round the ankles, just about loses the strides, does Adam. And Xavier Rowe, under pressure, coming through. It's good work by Dixon, but no. Actually, it's not Dixon that's been penalised, it's Keeper Mewett who's coming late for Kane Laupepe. There is the veteran lock forward. Just repeating a couple of those late changes, and it's quite big because Laupepe has been significant ball in hand as well as defensively over the last couple of weeks as part of a very industrious Bay of Plenty tight five.
And this is what we're going to see is becoming more and more common.
Just hold him up.
He goes forward and then just attacking the ruck when he's trying to set up for a box kick. And it was very, very good work there. And it wasn't him that was penalised at all. It was Mewett on the ground for hands in the ruck, not giving him easy out.
Just go back, please.
First line out throw from Misha, and that's much better. They find Hamilton Burr at the back and they look to drive on him. Still with the ball, surging. Great line out drive for Waikato. Rowe. Slow to get that ball released. First carry of the day for Liam Messam. Rowe away to Yosefa Scott getting the start this week.
Ball's available.
The Bay's defence has been very good. Here's Tupaia getting the fend on his opposite. And a penalty against Waikato, holding on. Good work over the ball.
It was Narawa, wasn't it? He got in nice and early. They're a little bit lateral there. Here we go, we're underway.
Plenty not mucking around. There's a player down. In fact, Otiri Black gets that ball in a wider position, looks to pop it over the head, but it sits up for Liam Coombs-Fabling.
Inside.
He swings around and puts it onto the right foot. That's a nice touch finder, but a net gain for Bay of Plenty. A little bit of concern about Liam Messam there.
Yeah, good afternoon, fellas. I'm not sure what happened there earlier with the old mic, but Liam Messam carried into a brick wall. Got up very, very gingerly, holding his neck. So keep an eye on him. Hopefully the old veteran can get through this.
Okay, what we spoke about at the start of the game, okay? And the training sheets. Keep the gap.
Liam Messam. This wonderful group of veteran players who've contributed massively throughout all provinces in the Mitre 10 Cup. Nice ball down the top. There's Campbell. Nice little interplay, but then it's off the arms of Weber. Tops kick coming in.
Advantage is over.
That one pins up. Liam's Coombs-Fabling's got some speed. Black releases away to Trask.
Inside.
A kick taken by Rehana. Here's Messam as they want to go wide. Waka through. Oh, just loses the footing. Rose there really quickly, and then they're quickly on top of him. Thompson happily play half back, gets that ball away.
No, timing was good. Ball's out. Thank you.
The line speed we're seeing from Bay of Plenty early. Here comes Tupaia on the carry. Trying to get over that ball. Rowe has it again. Messer looking for the offload, thought better of it. Presents nicely. Ollie Norris playing halfback. Rowe going back away left hand side. Stab by Rehana. Nicely taken by Narawa.
Play on.
He not called the mark, says referee Waianga. Back down to Rehana. Waka. Great step, but a brilliant tackle around the ankles by Muffin Leo, who's called into the starting side late. Over the top it goes. Here's Osborne. Hand free away to Rowe. A little bit hear him, scare him at the moment. Burr with an offload to Finau. At the 22. Rowe. Little ball out the back. It's an offload party in the first 4 minutes of this one. Miss some short ball, Yosefa Scott. Rowan there again. Rehana. Quickly over the top of that ball. It's been stolen. Lovely work by Campbell.
Stay now.
Deep back. Swinging the ball to the right. Out wide it goes with pace for Dixon. Ball has been touched. Still sits up. Gets it away to Narawa. Looking for the offload. Oh, that is delightful. Steamers strike first. Beautiful rugby down the right wing. Try Dan Holland's head.
Well, someone had to crack because no team was prepared to put the ball in touch or stop the offload game. And then eventually it was the Mooloo's defence that cracked, and that was wonderful enterprise from Bay of Plenty here. They did really, really well. They could have kicked the ball out, but they decided, no, we're going to shift the ball to the right-hand side. They find Big Joe Johnson out on the flank. Here it is here. Easy kick. Could have just kicked it from here. He also could have kicked it from here. But then all of a sudden Joe Johnson gets it and he puts a kick in for Narawa to chase. It's charged down, gets it, perhaps a lucky bounce. But look at the skill here. Draws in two people, lovely offload. And from then, it's just a race to the try line.
Oh, how good was that from Narawa, that last offload. But note down the turnover from the little halfback that started it, Luke Campbell, and then Sam Dixon, a little bit of brilliance down that right-hand edge. And Narawa, geez, he's a good player, this kid. Dan Holland's head's backing up perfectly. What a start to this game. Brilliant.
Trask to add the extras, and he does so. Nice lead for Bay of Plenty. Absorbing all that pressure from Waikato and then striking beautifully down the right. There's a little bit of concern for a player. Those gentlemen there will be very, very happy with what they've seen to start. That man will be even more chuffed.
It's Rufus Rehunter, as we can see, and they don't want to lose him. Already missing a first five, so they will not want to lose him early in this one.
No Fletcher Smith. Louis Rogers on the bench, though. Louis probably more known as a midfield back as opposed to an out-and-out first five. Restart is by Rehunter, taken by Narawa. Help spark that try. Black looking down the far side. Nice clearance by the Steamers captain, but still a line out for Waikato inside Bay of Plenty territory.
The Doc's just checking for a potential head knock to Reeves Rehunter. That's what the concern is at the moment, guys.
Really keeping an eye on things for us this afternoon sideline. Plenty scored the most first quarter tries in the comp. There's a bit of a counter to that with Waikato as well. We talk about first punch. Last punch is an interesting one too. We might get that graphic up a little bit later on in the broadcast. Missa looking for the target at the front, which is Jacobson. Away it comes to Rowe. Step and dance their way through as Balin Sullivan. Rowe. Short ball, there's Jacobson. Short ball, hand in there. Here's the call from Dan Waianga. Knock on only, despite the protestations from a few Waikato players. And we'll get the opportunity to go to our first scrum battle of the day as the clock approaches 8 minutes gone.
Over here, lads.
Batesy, I like the work of this Waikato side with their line out, even though they've only had two. But with these shorter locks, the variety they're showing with that shorter line out, a little bit more tempo than what they showed last week against Auckland, which seems to be the trick, doing the trick early on.
I know Nick White pretty well, who's in their coaching staff, and when things don't go well for them, he goes back to simplicity. Throw, jump, get the ball in, get the ball out, and I'd imagine that's what they would have worked on. Small things that all players know, but sometimes you just forget.
Fine.
Okay, they've got some serious weight in their front row with Josefa, Scott, Misa and Norris all over 120 kgs listed. Solid at the moment. Rowe just taking on the line is Sullivan. Good quick ball is Messam.
It's gone back.
Work his way through. One veteran carries, another one follows. Josefa, Scott, Misa. Trying to get over that ball as Eklund, but can't. Tupaia takes the initial contact, holds his feet well. There's Finau on the carry, it's gone backward once again. Miss him. Tries to shrug off Thwaites. Bay of Plenty with another turnover. Sam Dixon once again.
They're winning the physical battle at the moment, the Bay. They're winning the physical battle in the forwards when Waikato try and punch. They're finding no way through, and then when they go wide, they're a little bit lateral, and that's really helping the Bay of Plenty, helping their line speed get off and knock them over. That's what's creating turnover opportunities. There's a good carry from Messam here. He gets in behind, and unfortunately does a little bit too well and runs away from his support. Just not quick enough to get there.
So strong over the ball, Sam Dixon. Eklund nicely at the back, down to Campbell. Weber coming off. Rowe holds on though. Took for him for a bit for a ride though. Campbell flat ball to Karpik. It's cut in half by Jacobson. That it's going to be a great battle. Skip with Garland, taken by Tupaira as the two centres come together. Johnson. Continuing to work this blind side, taking on the line. Trask at first receiver that time for the Steamers. Black looking for the cross kick. It's been found by Coombs Fabling. Charged down by Weber. It sets up nicely for Joe Weber. And he's through and scores. It's his old mate Bodine Waka know about it as well. A second try, and the Bay are up 12 after 11 minutes.
Well, you've got to say they've been the best side in the first 11 minutes, but this one's got a fair bit of luck to it. But luck favours the brave. And Teddy Black with a kick across the field was taken well by the Mulus. There it is there, but there's plenty of people out there. A couple of people was taken from there. Unfortunately, from here, the kick is charged down. And Joe Weber, this is just about speed, gets a good bounce and then finishes off very well in the corner.
Oh, talk about 14 pointers, coach killers. That was one. I think that the winger for Waikato, if Joe Weber hadn't have done a job on the charge down, it might have been 7 down the other end, because there was acres of space if he hadn't have got a hand to it. But like you said, Batesy, fortune favours the brave. Brilliant little bit of luck for the Bay of Plenty.
Trial mean a bit to Joe Weber, of course, made his provincial debut for Waikato. Oh, the fine products out of Hamilton Boys High School as well, as Trask lines up a shot for goal. I think Caleb's closing in on 50 points for the season as well. No breeze to speak of. That's a great kick by Caleb Trask. Full allotment. 14-0. Bay of Plenty with the lead.
Hey guys, we've got a replacement here. 23 for 10, I believe. So Gryden Rappling on for
Gideon Rappling.
I think we've got an HIA check. That's what I think it is. I don't think it's a permanent sub, but yeah, he's going up the tunnel now, guys.
So that would mean, are they shifting Waka to first receiver? To first five? We'll have a look at this one. Ball is going out on the full. It was Bodine Waka with the kickoff. The formation will be interesting here, because Gideon Rampling is a wing. They're just on an HIA on a first 5'8", so I'll be interested to see how the back line lines up here.
Spot on, mate. It looks like Coombs Fabling's gone to fullback, and then Rampling's gone onto the right wing, with Bodine pushing into first five.
There you see Liam Coombs Fabling, very comfortable at fullback as well, and that's where he is stationed at the moment. So, Rampling, you'll see him there, bottom left-hand side of your screen, onto the right wing. Osborne stays. Patrick at the far side, left-hand side for the Waikato back line. Here's Gideon.
Big moments here too. It's a wonderful opportunity for the Bay, but I feel Waikato are well behind the punch with their direction on attack, and now they've lost Rivers Rehana, and as we've mentioned, not a noted first five on their reserve bench. So these are massive moments, I believe, and the Bay will want to take an opportunity.
Yep, Dan Wainger just having a wee chat with the front rows. Waikato pack will be just wanting to try and get a little something back, try and get something working in their favour.
Crouch.
Haven't conceded the 2 early tries.
Fine. Sit.
Back line set. So many strike weapons available for the Steamers. That's a super scrum. Oh, they've responded and just put it on the Waikato pack and got the advantage with it. They've got a chance to have a crack here. Black showing, out it goes, skip with Garland, eventually dragged to the ground by Tupaia.
Advantage is over.
Campbell, Van den Hoven charging on the young lock forward, working blind side. Dixon, ball off the hands of Black, hacked away and Webber will track back. Not much of a chase coming from the home side. Chasing after that, coming forward is Coombs Fabling. It's taken by Webber on a good chase and the ball is lost. Bay of Plenty just dominating all the small moments at the moment. Osborne tracks back. Narawa with him. Now he flings very loose pass back for Balin Sullivan to clear. Bay of Plenty just dominating the opening 15 minutes and now really starting to turn the screws.
You talk about a kick is only as good as Chase. Joe Webber on screen. That was not a good kick from him. Skied it right in the middle of the field, but just his effort to chase it down and create a turnover. And this is the opportunity they've got from his hard work.
Let's take it the back. Narawa comes off. Carries strong. Campbell. Hits skip with Garland charging.
4. Straight down. No.
Then Van den Hoven.
Number 4, straight down.
Oh, Liam Messam doesn't want anything to do with young Stan today. An opportunity for Waikato to try and get some territory back, having dominated the early stages. Spending a bit of time down the other end of the field, but Bay of Plenty have just struck twice.
They almost need just a chance to breathe, don't they, Joey? They haven't had a chance to breathe. The Bay of Plenty have just put it on them.
Oh, they've dominated everything in this last sort of 10 minutes, Bay of Plenty. So you just like to see Waikato build a few phases.
There's the line out success, second in the comp. One there taken nicely by Burr, away to Messam. Rowe, Waka. Gets that ball away to Tupaia. Coombs Fabling. Wide to Osborne. Stopping. Fending. Now they've got him up though. They take the veteran down. But inside the Bay of Plenty 22. Burr. Nice short ball. Jacobson. And then Hoven flying in again. Rowe. Tupaia carry straight. Over the top. Rowe. There's that little show and go he's very good at. Burr in there again. As the Waikato pack go to work. Messam out to Jacobson. Norris. Back to Messam again. They drive the veteran over.
Hands out.
Pick and go once again out wide. Josefa Scott.
Advantage, 8, not rolling.
Short to Stephen Messer. Thompson. Going through, this is all under advantage. Bay of Plenty walk over the top of it.
Off the ball. Yeah, get off the ball. Good lads.
What do you do here? This is an interesting decision. I don't think they can go for a scrum. It's just been demolished.
Yeah, he's right.
Take the points, line out.
Line out for me, I would have thought. Have a crack at them. But gee, Waikato look good when they're building a few phases, Batesy. A little bit of speed in their game. Well, they're going for the 3, but I think when they're building and they're getting that speed of ruck, that's when they look really dangerous. Sleight of hand from the forwards too, tipping it on, the point of contact changing. They look brilliant.
Boden Walker has been a real bright light for them, hasn't he? Every time he's touched the ball, something's happened. I agree with you, Joey. I think when they get that go forward, that allows Xavier Rowe, their little number 9, to just start sniping around the ruck, and he's creating a couple of problems. That's where the penalties fall for not rolling away. His legs were pinned. It was a bit tough on him, but as we know from last night, the rules are the rules.
I find this decision quite interesting though, taking 3. It's basically been the first time that they've had sort of consistent time in the Bay of Plenty half, but I suppose you want to get the scoreboard ticking over, Batesy.
Well, I also wonder, they need Rivers back, don't they? And we might not get him back, but they need him back. They need their playmaker back.
There's Boden Waka. His career stats aren't bad at 78%. And Waikato on the board off the right boot of Bodin Waka. 14-3 as we approach the end of the first quarter of this game.
When you're there, just worry about the 9. He just said to me.
Guys, just an update on Rivers Rahana. He's gone. He's gone for the day, so not good news for the Waikato side.
Yeah, tough day for Rivers Rahana. It was his Blazer game, ended prematurely. Here is Balin Sullivan, so
Tackle!
Bodin Waka
Ball's
play
there.
the remainder of this game at first 5 at the moment.
Available.
Ball sits,
No, ball's
row,
available.
finds touch. Let's have a look at the mechanism of the injury. Oh, there we go. Dixon going up for that ball, and
9, don't come early, eh?
one of those unfortunate injuries that we get in this game. No intent at all. Ball at the back, and it's taken down by Bay of Plenty. You wouldn't call it clean by any stretch, but they've got it. And young Van den Hoven on the carry. Campbell. Good hard run. Into contact. Campbell sweeps it away for Black. Skip with Garland with an offload. And forward is the call.
Forward pass.
There's Matthew putting the hand up. Yep, that one's on me. So a real interesting rearrangement now for Waikato, as we say, with Bodin Waka going to first 5'8". Now he's a very talented player, but he has operated primarily as an outside back. So no Fletcher Smith. It really has been Fletcher Smith and Rivers Rahana. There you see Bodin Waka. Good experience though, even though he's only 26 years of age. He's been around a fair bit, Bodin, so he won't be daunted by this in any way, shape or form.
I just hope it doesn't take away from his ability to get in those wider channels and run in the wider channels. Because as I mentioned, he's been the shining light for them in those slightly wider channels to start this game. When he's in 10, directing, that potentially takes that away from his game. And it's been one of the only things that have gone well for the Mulus to start this one.
See Patrick Osborne. So the rearrangement, Waka at first 5, Coombs Fabling to fullback and Gideon Rampling onto the right wing. Get a look at this scrum. There's the back line set for Waka, so we do have the loose head and feed.
Fine. Sit.
Good scrum coming in again from the Steamers. Rowe though, gets it away to Waka, has to reach for it slightly. Away to Tupaia. For Rampling to chase. Trask tracks back, but also Narawa sits up nicely for Amoni. Returns the ball. Coombs Fabling tries to dance his way through one. Mitch Carpick. Not many get through that left shoulder. Ball away to Ollie Norris. Another man in his Blazer game. Rowe. Another turnover. No. Yes, it is. To Vita Mafileo this time getting over the ball.
Holding on.
And at the moment, they're getting turnovers from anyone and everyone at the breakdown, Bay of Plenty. Turnover there from Mafileo. We saw Campbell with a turnover that led to a try. We've already seen Dixon doing great work there.
Oh, you had advantage? Yep.
Kurt Eklund always gets in amongst that area too as Trask drives the ball down the near side.
Yep.
So there's the Ranfurly Shield Challenge currently going on at McLean Park. Magpies rolling along very nicely against the Lions.
That's good.
That's got implications as well on the Premiership and the Championship. Gee, this is a good comp, the Mitre 10 Cup. Here's Campbell. Flat ball to skip with Garland looking for the offload. Campbell. Black.
Offside.
That ball away to Narawa. It was forward.
Pass. 11 offside.
Terry looking perplexed. What's he confused about that maybe it wasn't called sooner? I mean, it seemed to drift pretty clearly forward out of the hands, which is the ruling. Get another look at it.
Did very well, didn't he? And this is something been very good numbers at the line, but let's have a look. Yeah, that's fair enough, isn't it? That's forward. Just disappointed, I think, maybe disappointed more than anything.
So this was under advantage. And so Bay of Plenty put the ball into the corner. Here's the updated live standings. As it stands right now, Bay of Plenty would be 5th with North Harbour. Those two teams play next week. Wellington to the bottom as it stands at the minute. Look how tight it is. 5 points from 2nd to 7th. That is, though, just live current based on results. We've still got plenty of time to go in these games. Bay of Plenty to the front, looking for what would be their 3rd try. Listen to Luke Campbell. Gets the ball away. Black over the top to Trask. Wide. Webber cantering in for number 2 for him. 3rd of the day for Bay of Plenty. And they extend.
And that can only be put down to a wonderful team try. The forwards, they go forward, they maul it, they bring all the Mulu forwards in. They get shunted towards the sideline. Look at the Mulu men that are in there. A whole lot of them. Then they go wide. They think they're going to go short. A lovely little pass by Teddy Black. And then Caleb Trask had a choice of who he picked. He picked Wheeler for a second.
Yeah, quite brilliant from Teddy Black there. That rush defence, and then Trask with the long wide ball to that man Weber with the best haircut going around a Mitre 10 Cup. He gets a double. Looking good, Bay of Plenty. Very, very good with ball in hand.
Another thing to factor in as well, that's the 3rd try. One more gets a bonus point. And how key are these bonus points going to be? Just when you think back to that graphic we saw a few moments ago, Stephen Bates.
And that's the beauty about the competition, as I said. 7 teams in each pool, and it's just so close. It really is. 1 round to go next week, and we don't know who sits where, who gets relegated, who's in the top 4. Both competitions.
I was looking through the schedule for next week, and there seems to be something on every single game. Trask staring down this conversion. And there, he's just pushed that one away to the right. So first miss of the day for Caleb Trask, but a really nice advantage for Bay of Plenty, and understandable why those chaps are chuffed.
Isn't that the great thing about this competition, though, boys? Going down to the final round, that again, you know, each game has got something riding on it. It's just fantastic. Great theatre.
So here comes Waka to restart. So all dropped by Dixon into the hands of Thompson. A great opportunity for Waikato now to try and strike back. Here's Tupaia trying to work through, gets away from one. Tupaia! They needed that badly to the home side, and they get it through Tupaia.
Yeah, they certainly did. A little bit of individual brilliance by Tupaia. Just his strength to fight through a tackle, and one mistake, and all of a sudden, the game is very different. And you said it, Nigel. The Mulus really needed this one here. Just straight from the drop ball, they shift. Tupaia had a good hole, beats one there, and just the power to sort of push through a couple more, and they needed that, Joey.
Oh, how important is it, though? Everyone always talks about it. When you receive kickoffs after scoring points, exiting your own zone, the mistake from Sam Dixon at the kickoff time, you know, 2 rucks later, leads to this. Tupaia, a little bit of individual brilliance. The guy's been lighting up the Mitre 10 Cup for a couple of years now. It was a brilliant individual try.
Still just a very young man too, 21 years of age. You're right, Joe, it seems like he's been around for a wee while. Talk about that wonderful rugby learning institution of Hamilton Boys High School. There's another product there. Here is Bodine Waka. Can he add the extras? Drag that one away. Unconverted try, but a needed try for Waikato. The lead shrinks to 11 points.
Yeah, just one action.
The very thing that Joey Wheeler was talking about, Waikato need to do. Exit off this kickoff. Trask again going deep. Taking it nicely is Balin Sullivan. Spins out of one. It goes outside the 22. Rowe over the top. Rampling chases, but he's hooked it back towards centre field. Taken nicely by Trask. He gets hit in a big tackle. But presents nicely. Black, Holland's head. Wide to Narawa. Inside Osborne and away. Narawa over the top. Campbell. Much needed covering tackle made by Finau. And the ball is knocked on. Oh, big tackle. Samipeni Finau coming across, but G Narawa is really giving it to the veteran Patrick Osborne in this game.
Yeah, well, he's electric, isn't he? He's got great feet, and not for the first time. He just dances away. Lovely little offload, and this is unfortunate, this one. Just as he's trying to place the ball, it gets kicked out of his hands. Not for the first time. The Bay have just turned over ball when they're in good attacking positions.
There he is, Amoni Narawa. That's not a bad strike rate. 12 and 19. Talented, of course, part of the blue setup as well.
Bang! Sit!
Big bodies come together. Another good question asked by Bay of Plenty, but here comes the veteran Messam. Shrugs off Karpik and surges forward. Waka onto the right foot, looking for touch. Territory in possession though for Bay of Plenty. Gee, what would it mean to them to snare a bonus point prior to the break? Look at that, Stephen Bates.
That's why that try by Quintapai was so important, because the Moolahs have had a lot of the ball, and that's fairly even, but they've actually had a lot of the ball. The Bay have just done a lot more with it.
To the front, nicely down for Campbell. Short ball that misfires. Rowe hacks away. Trask goes back. It sits up nicely for him. A wobbly old kick. He gets a nice bounce and everything breaking nicely for the Steamers at the moment.
The skill of that. The skill of that to go back to pivot and then kick off the left boot and produce that. There is some really, really good skill in that little play by the number 15.
As I say, his combination with Oteri Black, very good. He's playing nice rugby. Caleb Trask, of course, coming off a season with the Chiefs, so knows this venue very well. And probably in line to grab maybe that number 10 jersey for the 2021 season. A little bit messy. Campbell's done well, though, to clean that up. Sorry, excuse me, there's Campbell there. Ball away and a nice carry. And come back to this blind side. Flat away, lost by Thwaites. A little messy, which is something we haven't really been able to say about the Steamers throughout the first 33 minutes of this game. There's Jeff Thwaites. Celebrated his 50th game last week. There we go, and turnovers, handling errors, goodness gracious me.
And that's what I was talking about, Noise. Just when they've got in good positions at Bay of Plenty, they've just knocked the ball on, and that's a perfect example. The one over the far side after the Narawa break. You know, just when they're getting in attacking positions, they're just letting themselves down a little bit. If they keep building that, the scoreline could get bigger.
Oh, the Blazer game. You do have to feel for Rivers Reihana.
Sit!
Here comes Messam off the back. Ball comes away to Waka. To Tupaia. Away to Coombs. Fabian gets it away to Osborne. Ball in one hand. Osborne goes to the outside. Taken by Trask. Patrick Osborne trying to make something happen there. This is nice ball movement though, Stephen Bates.
Yeah, very is good. It's good, isn't it? They've been a little bit lateral, but they sucked them in before they went wide on that side. And Osborne there would have loved that again, just to duck back inside and build phases.
Great tackle though by Trask. That's messy, and Yosefa Scott gets it. Another opportunity for Waikato. Here comes Misa. Jacobson with support from Norris. Carpet gets over the top of that one, can't get his mitts on it though. Thompson, round the corner he goes, sacked to the ground. Josefa Scott. This is better, good, quick. Go forward ball for Waikato. Goes with the show and the go. Did he lose that ball going down? Bay of Plenty have got it. No. Waikato have it. Nicely away to Norris. Josefa Scott flicks the ball, diving on it. Waka gets it. Bit of advantage here for Waikato. They've got a shot if they want to take it. Rowe, Messam inside ball. Finau.
Still advantage.
Messa looking at his options again. They just go a man off. Jacobson, there's Messa now. Stevens close.
Release.
Josefa Scott, another opportunity for him to get involved. Rowe, Thompson, still going at him. Can't reach out. Presents Norris, reaching and scoring. Ollie Norris. 19-13. 4 to go to the break, and the Moolus are back in this.
Yeah, is what Joey was talking about earlier on. This is when they look their best, when they get down inside the 22 and they get their forwards just to take over. They pick go, and this is their second advantage here for being offside. And watch the number 1, Ollie Norris. He gets in, gets nice and low, slips through, and that's back-to-back tries for the home side.
Yeah, I just love the interplay from this Waikato forward pack. You know, they're not just picking and going one-off runners, they're tipping. They're going out the back. The variety in their play is the key to all this. And then the speed of ruck to get Xavier Rowe that front foot ball, because we know how dangerous he is around those edges. Brilliant play from the Waikato forwards. Awesome.
Norris, 21 years of age, earning his blazer today. This is actually quite fascinating. I was just looking back at my notes from last week's game, the Battle of the Bay. And it's very similar. Hawke's Bay jumped out with 3 quick tries, and then a late try by the Bay of Plenty responded with a try. Then Bay of Plenty just before the break responded. Very similar in the way both of these games have played out in terms of the first half. Battle of the Bay to the Battle of the Kaimai. This is vital for Waka to steer this one through. And he does. And the lead is cut to 4. Bay of Plenty still with the advantage. You see the bearded figure just coming up now, stroking that outstandingly crafted facial adornment is Andrew Strawbridge.
Looks like Gandalf.
Tell you what, Ross Filippo's lagging behind. I know he's trying hard. Look at that. I know we're into Movember. Big fan of Decem Beard by the looks as Andrew Strawbridge. That's immense. Restart. He'll be feeling better too because his team is very much back in this one. Sullivan with another good carry of a kick reception. Rowe calling, organising. As we close down towards half-time, there's Jacobson, just puts the head down. Rowe with a bit of protection now. Kick for Rampling to chase after. Taking it as Black. He's taken by Rampling. Waikato there blowing over the top. They've walked through on this one. Rowe with a little kick into the corner. And now a defensive line out for Bay of Plenty to defuse. And he's jazzed. He is fizzing the little halfback.
Well, you talk about exits and people talk about them all the time, but this is off an exit, off a big box kick. That's called contestable kick. You knock him over, you flood the ruck, and then you back it up, or the lovely little nudge in behind. You score points, then you do this to them.
Nicely done though by Bay of Plenty. Campbell sweeps it back. Black onto the right foot, but it's still going to give Waikato one last chance. Teddy Black. He's been leading the team very nicely. A bit of a mind ticking over. And Norris comes in, says to Stephen Mesa, Here's the call. Ooh, look at that one. Against Waikato, though. Left on lead doesn't mean much for them. Over it goes. It's taken by Thompson. Fins off one, still going, the veteran, before he's dumped to the ground. Rowe switches it open side. Another carry by Yosefa Scott. He's been really busy.
Vantage, number 2.
Short ball. This is under advantage. Waikato with an opportunity.
Hey, that's gone behind there. Can't play here.
Now, here's a...
Number 2, slowing the ball down.
I was going to say, here's a decision. Liam Messam has made it straight away. Take the shot, he says.
No, 2 cracks. You can't have 2 cracks at the ball.
2 old stages. Here you go. 6 and 8. 38 years of age and 36 years of age. Thompson there. Geez, still going well. How good that the veteran players, their influence. We talk about Thompson and Messam. We saw it last night in Blenheim with Luke Romano playing like he was 24, not 34. Great to have those older experienced players blended with these young professionals.
You talk about that, and what they give on the field is obviously quality, but what they give off is tenfold. So that's the real value that you get. Another little Mulu there.
Waka to take the lead down to just 1 for Bay of Plenty at the break. Good strong finish to the first half for Waikato. A 19-3 advantage is now dwindled for Bay of Plenty. 19-18. Great first half from FMG Stadium in Hamilton. One Port Boy game at the half-time. That's what they're playing for. Chiefs Country Cup. Waikato, the current holders of that trophy. Much chat going on there. You see 3 tries to Bay of Plenty, but the 2 late tries for Waikato have got them right back into this contest. Because the early stages, it really was Bay of Plenty just running away with it as we go to the highlights. And this is just a superb counter-attacking try sparked by Sam Dixon, Stephen Bates.
Yeah, it certainly was, and there's about 3 minutes of interplay here. Neither side wanted to kick it out, and in the end, it was a lovely little break by Nanawa, who fed Holland's head on the inside, and 6 minutes into the game, the Bay, they opened the scoring.
Just 6 minutes later, it was a cross kick meant for Weber, but in the end, Joe Weber still was able to capitalise on nice charge down and managed to get through his old mate Beauden Waka to the try line.
A bit of fortuitous, but this one here, this really was a great team try. First their forward pack went at it, they sucked all the Mulus in. Their lovely little pass by Teddy Black, and then Caleb Trask, he could choose anyone, and he decided to choose Joe Weber, and Joe Weber got his second. Then all of a sudden, from this very mistake from the kickoff straight away, tides changed, Nigel, and Quintu Paia stepped up for the Mulus.
Yeah, just a wonderful display. He's got such great strength. Shrugs off skip with Garland, then accelerates a good fend. This just gave Waikato a sniff, and that's all they needed. The nostrils really got full as Ollie Norris was able to burrow over close to the line.
It's an area they've been good at, pick and go, little interchanges between their forwards. Ollie Norris knocks it over, and it become very, very close in the second half. And the things that really, I think, are letting the Bay down at the moment are the handling errors. They've made too many handling errors and good attacking opportunities. You look at possession, territory, and time in opposition 22. They all favour the Mulus.
As we go into the changing rooms, there's Waikato feeling a lot better, particularly on the back of that final 10 minutes. Bay of Plenty will be wondering what's happened. Here's your live premiership standings. Wellington at the moment, currently trailing Hawke's Bay by a bunch. Look at that for a table. Oh, goodness gracious me. 40 more great minutes of rugby coming up. Stick with us, Sky Sport. 40 very intriguing minutes of rugby awaits Bay of Plenty and Waikato. Enjoying the lovely conditions. Let's see what the coaching staff of the respective sides have said to their charges. Let's go underneath the stands with Joey Wheeler.
Oh, Mike, you must be reasonably happy. You're ahead on the scoreboard, but probably could be a little bit more ahead if you hadn't made all those errors.
Yeah, we started off really well, really happy with the first 20. You know, the boys found some good space and the backs had, found some edges, but, a bit of a momentum shift there and giving away the ball too cheaply is hurting us in this in the end of the first half.
Second 40, any tactical changes to get this one over the line?
I'll just hold the ball, stop, look after the ball, keep playing. It's good day out there and we're hanging it. It's going to be a big 40.
Look forward to the razzle dazzle, mate. Oh, Reece, you've looked pretty good when you've had the pill. It's just been a matter of actually getting it. How do you make sure you nail that in the second 40?
Well, it's a case of just letting our forwards just do their job. They're quite capable in this. We're just sort of rushing a few things. An opportunist try with a charge down and a turnover hasn't put us in the best stead, but I think we worked really well at the late end of that half to get us in the game.
Set piece wise, a lot better than the Battle of the Bombays. Must be happy.
Yep, real clear and crystal their comms. Pretty simple stuff out there, but once we get a hand on that, we're winning the game line. We're going to go well.
All the best for the second 40.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
See Gideon Rampling there. It's the skipper, Luke Jacobson. He knows how key this next 40 minutes is for his side. So no changes to the forward pack for Waikato, but they have had to make adjustments. Rampling is playing actually on the right wing with Bodin Waka at first 5 and Liam Coombs-Fabling at fullback. Likewise, the starting 15. There were a couple of late changes. Big out being Kane La'opepe. Unchanged. You also notice as well Dan Hollinshead, not Chase Tiatia, but Hollinshead has been very good. Back underway at FMG Stadium, Waikato. Taking it nicely is Mewett.
Off the ball!
Waiting, slow ball.
Okay, push back, push back, push back.
Campbell
push back,
gets
good.
protection from
There we are.
Karpik and Muppy Leo. Taken by Coombs-Fabling. Waka. Go to Tapia, who's really sparked Waikato into life in that first. Away goes Finau. Just straight and hard with purpose from Sammy Penny. Osborne, Coombs-Fabling, lovely quick hands, lurking wide. Thompson. Over that ball, Bay of Plenty. No, it's under advantage in favour of Waikato. Waka, flat ball, Burr, midfield. And they'll come back. Penalty from referee Dan Waianga.
Stand to support your body weight. Yeah, needs to support his body weight.
Clear instructions given there to the Bay of Plenty player. And Waikato with an opportunity to punch this ball down into the
He should be right.
left-hand corner. There's Quintapia. Concerned about the ribs possibly there for Tapia. Already at such a young age, 21 though, but such a key component, key leader of that Waikato backline.
Just the. Yep, good, thank you. Keep the gap.
Concern here.
Sub number 2.
Stephen Messer.
He's getting replaced, boys. Stephen Messer's day's over. He's replaced by Samasoni Takalaho. Looking forward to seeing this guy go. Didn't have a great day at the office last week with the line out, so he'll be wanting to make amends.
So going early must have been a little injury there somehow. Here is Tokiaho. They go to the back. That's a nice first line out throw. They find Finau. Rowe reaches in. And then he gets about the ball carrying role. Rowe quickly away to Waka. Sullivan. Thompson in there trying to clear bodies. Here's Osborne now going and doing a bit of grunt work. There's that show and go from Rowe, inside ball to Messam.
Roll, good work. Thank you.
Row wide to Jacobson. Flat ball, Takiaho with another carry. He's not mucking around getting about his work. Tupaia shows one way, fends another. Maintains the position of the ball. Rowe, Waka, Sullivan. Nice defence though by Bay of Plenty.
Barnage, I need you to get out.
Getting
He's
out of
on
there
the
quickly
ball.
enough is the call. Finau gets through, crawling. Try line beckoning. Rowe, Sullivan with a hard carry. Good defence. Narawa spinning.
Good work.
Rowe out. Finau with another ball carry. Play the
He's
advantage.
got the ball, so we can't play on. Yes, I need you to get out because he's on the ball. So if you get out, he's got the ball. Okay, need you to get out.
And Wainga explaining. Messam coming across. They will just punch this one into the corner, will they?
Yep, same as what. Okay.
It's just a continuation
Boys, just make sure
from
our lifters are
Waikato,
going
which
straight up
worked
and not
really
into
well
these,
for
okay?
them in later stages of that first half. Just their forwards going to work, and they are winning that contact battle. When their forwards interlink, they pick go, they throw the odd pop ball. They are getting in behind the Bay of Plenty
hold up,
defence before they spread
Number,
wide.
sorry. Lee, what number?
Messam looking over to the bench. Looks like there's a
9 and
change
12.
coming for
I think it's
Bay of
12.
Plenty. Let's get some confirmation of that.
Yeah, a couple of changes, guys. Number 22, Titoro Tahirangi makes way for Luke Campbell in the 9 jersey.
Okay, let's
And then
just make sure we get our
Sam
timing right,
Dixon, Sevens captain in 21. He's coming on for Dan Hollinshead.
Must be great to have Sam Curry, Scott Curry, because you can use him as either a forward or a back. They're using him as a back today. Here it comes to Rowe, inside ball, Takiaho! That is lovely rugby, and Waikato have their first lead of the day.
It's a training run try, and you've got to watch the back of the Waikato line out here, how they suck them in and do not allow the Bay to push out on the defence. They've done it perfectly. Watch it here, watch him jam it in. Osefa Scott, watch him there, holds him in, and that's the space that's created. Well done, Osefa Scott.
Yeah, great detail. You picked it, Batesy. Yosefa Scott sliding up on that bind to block the Bay of Plenty defenders from coming round. Quite brilliant. And that man, he's made an instant impact.
Now Bay of Plenty got a few questions that they need to answer.
Well, no, just 20 unanswered points now to Waikato.
A lot more confidence you can see at Thompson in there talking away the veteran. Yosefa Scott as well. Now Tupai having a chin wag. As we say it, after 28 minutes, it was 26 minutes, it was 19-3. Here comes Bonin Waka to try and convert. Great angle on this kick. Converted, nicely done.
Another change down here, guys. Number 1, Tavita Mahaleo. He's finished for the day and he's replaced by number 17, Jordan Lay.
Look at that. After 26 minutes, 19-3. And then Waikato, 3 tries and another penalty as well. And they now have a 6-point advantage. Sullivan, who's been very good at the kickoff receptions and carry. Weber and Thompson are having a giggle as they try and extricate themselves. Bay of Plenty now. Trask goes to the sky. Taking it to Coombs Fabling. Out they go to Rampling. Puts the kick through. Taken by Weber, who quickly rips that ball away to Black. Charge down. Jacobson, can he dive on it? He's knocked it on. Well, bouncing around, and eventually they will go back for the scrum, loose head and feed to Bay of Plenty.
Well, Batesy, they talk about championship minutes, the 10 minutes before half-time and the 10 minutes post half-time, and Waikato have absolutely dominated it, haven't they?
Yeah, you're certainly right. And that man there, to me, or Teddy Black, plenty of experience, had a fantastic year for the Blues this year. He captains the side. He needs to start running the ship. He was very, very good in those first 20 minutes when they were controlling everything. He's missing guys like Tia, who is lieutenants, but to me, he's the man who's got to steer this ship because they look good when they have ball in hand.
Fine.
Te Toro Tohuriorangi with the opportunity to feed as the scrums go a little bit too early. Eklund looks over at Dan Wanga.
Okay. Make sure we go on my timing. Cool.
Right there is Te Toro Tohuriorangi.
Crouch. Fine.
Looks and scans, always
Sit.
looking and scheming. The Monday halfback. Ball held nicely in the back by Dixon.
Use it, 9.
Second shove coming in here from Waikato's nice. Tohuriorangi. Away it goes. Good carry by Curry. Still away and Mewett carries hard into contact, but those are good metres. Back it goes. Black goes to the air again. Comfortably by Osborne. Oh, he's so relaxed, Patrick. Rowe. Coombs fabling. Rampling. Has he stayed in? Yes, he has. There's Osborne again. Pops the offload to Tokeaho. And a shrug off.
Number 2 offside.
The two lock forwards for the Steamers. Still advantage. Burr just continues to chug away merrily. Yaho bumps off one, goes again. Gee, his impact has been huge. Inside ball from Rowe to Coombs, fabling to Tapaya. That is a big try. Bonus point try for Waikato. And the lead is out to 11 with a kick to come.
It's exactly what we talk about. When the Mulu forwards get going forward, that's Xavier Rowe in the number 9 jersey for Waikato. He is creating all sorts of problem for the hub defence of Bay of Plenty, and this is another perfect example. Takiaho with a very, very good carry, and then off that, he just snipes around the corner. Watch him here, good carry here, watch him, pops his head out. You follow me, I'll drop you on the inside. Great little interlink. We saw his power in the first half, we see his speed in the second half. 2 for Tapaya.
Brilliant read from those two being on the same page. Waikato had no jockey in behind that ruck, and he just picked off the fatty and Jordan Lay. Quite brilliant from Xavier Rowe with the inside flick. And that man again, oh, he's an excitement machine when he gets a bit of space. He's devastating. And we've got a change for Bay of Plenty. Kurt Eklund, the outstanding rake, he's been outstanding for Bay of Plenty today. He's been replaced in the number 16 jersey by Nathan Vella.
You see Quintupaya and Xavier Rowe. One of the great things we love about the Mitre 10 Cup, these young, exciting players coming through, and that's a young man who has said, I am here and I want to be here for a wee while. Waka trying to stretch this out to a 13-point advantage. Pushes wide, so the lead stays at 11. Those Waikato fans have every right to be well chuffed. Ball holding up, take it by Sullivan. Tries to get away from one this time, they manage to stop him. Rowe to the air, rampling, chasing, sitting, waiting as Black, who takes the ground. Tries to fend that ball, get that ball away, excuse me. Tohuriorangi. Wide it goes. Waikato got a real flyer there. Work his way through. Like Vella. And goes, and they've called the knock on for Nathan Vella. Well, here we go. Live table. Well, that's been a little bit of a different picture.
Good, keep the timing good now.
So Wellingtonians will be breathing a sigh of relief. Not so much fans of the Bay. Canterbury up to 5th, and guess what? They're sniffing around a playoff spot again. I thought they were dead, Stephen Bates. Weren't they dead?
Well, before they gave old Tasman a trouncing last night, they were dead. But geez, they turned up last night, didn't they?
Gracious me, they were just like the Undertaker. The old wrestling fans will know that. The old coffin flew open, up came the dead man, and Canterbury were back.
Bang!
Scrum. Loose head and feed Waikato. Momentum switch in this game has just been colossal. Rowe puts a kick in. That's a poor kick. Straight into the stands. Frustrated with himself.
So, Joey, it has been all the Mooloos, more or less, since Bay of Plenty messed up their kickoff. Here is an opportunity, surely, for the Bay to get back in the game and build phases.
Yeah, just talking to Kurt Eklund when he was coming off there, just frustrating for them because they just haven't been able to hold the pill. So, great opportunity for them. First time into Waikato's half. Just expect them to build a few phases because they looked so good in that first 40 when they held the ball and let their excitement machines do the rest.
The drive, Carpick just flings that ball away for Black. Wide, trying to get to the outside. Now there's a chance here for Trask. Goes back inside. That's exactly what they needed. It's Sam Dixon with the try. And you just know this Bay of Plenty side ain't going away, Stephen Bates.
I was going to say to you, Joey, they're listening to you, they're building phases, but I'm not sure they had a phase in there, did they? Did we even had a ruck? There we go, brilliant. Similar to their try in the first half, they start with the maul, it doesn't go quite right, and then here I thought it was going to break down, but a little bit of individual brilliance. He stands up O'Sullivan, Caleb Trask, what a wonderful decision to see the man on the inside. Plenty of work to do, and back they come.
That was a brilliant little outside shimmy from Skipworth Gardland to get on the outside. I think it was of that man Tupaia again, but Trask heavily involved. Beautiful pass to the ever-present Sam Dixon. He's been good today. But yeah, like we said, we need to build some phases. They didn't even get one. Simple things done really well, and that's how easy it is. They're back in the match now.
Both teams now with 4 try bonus points. Bay of Plenty within 7 as well, means they're currently sitting with 2 bonus points out of this game. Still plenty of time.
Just a couple of changes too, boys, for Bay of Plenty. Number 20, Zane Capelli, he's coming on for the big lock. Kevin Mewett, his day's done. And number 18, Ross Geldenhurst, he comes on for Jeff Thwaites.
He's gone early. That one sneaks inside. And the advantage is now cut to 4.
And guys, just a change for Waikato. Number 9, Xavier Rowe, his day's over, and he's been replaced by Cortez Retema. He's been good today, Rowe.
He's been very good. You're not wrong, Joey Wheeler, but Cortez Retema has really complemented. It's a nice 1-2 punch, considering one young man is 21 years of age and Retema's 19. Some real ones for the future as Finau jumps high, trying to get that ball. There's knock on against Sammy Pennick, and it'll be loose head and feed. And by the way, you will notice as well that Bay of Plenty, their abbreviation has been changed. They are the Bay for the next 12 months. Good on Sky Sport for noting that as well. Yosefa Scott comes off, and he has had a good day, Joey Wheeler.
He has, yeah, he's been ever present. The big fella's been working really well on those tight quarters like we've talked about. Some nice little subtlety to his game too with a couple of tip passes. He's been replaced by Sefo Kortai. The big fella, we'll see how he goes in this first scrum. Straight into his work.
Bang!
Kahuriarangi to feed.
Sit! Sit down, fast side.
Boy, they will reset.
We'll come over here, eh? 2 new guys. Just keep that
Really
height up,
important here for the Bay that they just get the ball out. Don't do anything too flash. Don't do anything too flash. Get the ball in, get the ball out, and just put the ball back down into the Mooloo territory.
21-year-old Ollie Norris going up against 37-year-old Ross Eldon Hayes.
Bang! Sit!
Great shot. Penalty in favour of Bay of Plenty.
Are we seeing a little momentum shift like we saw in the first half from the Bay to Waikato? Is this a little momentum shift we're seeing right now?
Frustration there on the face of Sosefa Kotai, penalised in his first scrum. Goodness gracious me. That live table must be spinning like a slot machine at the moment. Goodness.
I don't know. What do you guys want? Do you want the BOP to win so Canterbury stay down? How are you feeling about all this?
I'm a neutral broadcaster, Joey Wheeler. I just want to see a good game of rugby, and by George, ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing a really good game of rugby.
Your Tasman men didn't help anyone out last night, Joey.
Yeah, I know,
Give yourself an uppercut, mate.
Cavalli with a nice take. Karpik with the ball at the back, and they're driving forward. Sitting nicely. That's great body position by the Bay. They've marched this well and truly. Now Dixon, who was lurking in midfield, goes in and does a bit more of the grunt work.
Off his head! No, down by your own men.
They're going to have to get this one out. Te Huriarangi goes digging in for it. Away, Thompson with the stop. Te Huriarangi organising. A little bit slow though. Way again to Cavalli. Getting over that ball is Hamilton Burr, and he's turned it over. Well, he is primarily a loose forward, as is Sammy Penifenau. But he's doing a great job at lock forward, but those loose forward skills ever present. Stephen Bates. Mind you, everyone needs to be able to jackal in the modern game, don't they?
Yeah, it certainly is a modern game, and for me there, the Bay just asked their forwards to work too hard there. They had the maul was collapsed, and then they expected them to double up again, and they were always going to be shorter numbers.
A little bit too slow in terms of the ball delivery. Do they need to up that a little bit, Steve?
Well, the reason why it was slow is because they were all on the ground from a collapsed maul, so they're slow getting around. The Waikato defence got set, came up, put pressure on them, and that's the result.
Tiaho. The ball slapped away. There is Heldon Hayes.
Off the ball!
Ratama. It's a 37-year-old versus a 19-year-old. And Falauto Trahonga will hold his own. Te Huriarangi waits. Got with the goes to the air.
Out of the 10.
Not a great kick, but chased really well by Narawa. Te Huriarangi. Away he goes, trying to dance through his Curry, leaves that ball behind. Picked up beautifully by Trask. Te Huriarangi waiting, thinking about a snipe, then offloads. London Hoven with a good surge again. Te Huriarangi complaining, and it's Waikato though. No. Who has got the penalty there?
Be Burr again, I think. Yes,
He
it is.
has to.
Holding on. Yeah.
Thought for a brief moment that he'd pointed the arm in the wrong direction, then he spun around, then he twirled, and once again it was Waikato, and yes, Hamilton Burr. Nice touch finder by Bodine Waka.
The end result here, watch Burr in the forward jersey, there he is there, just getting in, they're just unable to get rid of him, but Bay of Plenty just guilty again of not clearing their own territory, playing a lot of the game in between the sort of 10s and 22, not being able to clear their territory with good kicks.
Over, that's a little bit messy, but they managed to get it back to Messam, and now the probing run. Norrison, lovely inside ball from Messam to Jacobson. Great go forward. Burr this time stopped though, that's a great tackle. Away to Kotai. Getting over that ball. Bay of Plenty, they've got their mitts on it. Is it coming out? And it's a penalty eventually to Bay of Plenty. And the great work being done by Ross Heldon Hayes. Last week, Ross Hayes got stuck into Sunatomalolo. This week, it's Liam Messam. What is it with all these grumpy old men?
It's Veterans Day, mate. Leave them alone, mate. We two veterans going at it.
We talk them up. We talk them up, and then they go all cranky on us.
Okay, so I've still got to give him the advantage. Back here.
Mate, he hasn't had his cup of tea. He's done 61 minutes. He needs a cup of tea, mate. Leave him alone.
There he is.
Not sure what his problem is. He hasn't done 61 minutes. He's done 5 or 6.
Well, probably with Ross, it's the fact that he's, as much as he loves rugby, might be thinking maybe at 61 minutes I could have been out fishing. Doesn't mind an angle, does Ross?
Couple of changes here, lads. Number 22, Lewis Rogers. He's replacing the old veteran, another old veteran, Paddy Osborne. He's had a pretty good day at the office. And then a number 17, Tolo Fahamokio Oa. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. He's coming on for number 1, Ollie Norris.
Yeah, Ollie's had a good game in his Blazer game. Tolo Fahamokio. So he's travelled a bit. Wellington and Hawke's Bay, 2 other provinces he's played for in this wonderful competition. Just 18 to go. Vella, it's a nice line out. Fine Cavalli. Waikato trying to get over the top of this one. Thompson reaching, and they've turned it over again. Gee, that's good line out D, Stephen Bates.
Yeah, it is, and again, it's that same area. Look where they are, around the 10-metre line. Since scoring points, they haven't been able to get out of their half. And there it is here. The ball goes to ground. Thompson brings them down, and then Takiaho is it over the top.
Actually, Sefokotai.
Sefokotai, is it? But again, for the Bay, just unable to get out of their own territory.
Waka finds touch. Here's Clayton McMillan. He's in the visitors coaching box next year. He'll be in the home coaching box as the coach of the Chiefs, looking after the side while Warren Gatlin's on Lions duty. Yaho. Down the back, taken nicely. There's another little wrap around Ratama this time, but they were waiting and ready. Trying to get over that ball is Vella. Away they go. Finau just doesn't stop. Ball away to Kotai. Messam puts the shoulder in. Ratama organising, herding. Tokeaho keeping it nice and tight. And go again. Fahamokio was the carry that time. All popped away. This is good defence though. And around Ruck and Moore by Bay of Plenty now. They want to go wide. Here's Bodin Waka. Coombs fabling. They get the young fella out. He tries to keep it in. Foot and touch there by Ratama. Ball was knocked on as well. Great goal line defence by Bay of Plenty. Just on 15 to go. 4-point game.
Yeah, close.
He's pushing towards the sideline. When they got him up here, got him up nice and high. It was always going to be tough for the young fella to stay in.
Brilliant hustle from the Bay of Plenty, wasn't it? Not only that, but their discipline, fantastic. I'd say Waikato would have just been playing for a penalty just to extend that lead, just that little bit more out of reach.
Player down is Samipini Finau.
Gee, he's been good today, hasn't he? Just everywhere, like you alluded to, real industrious. Not the tallest lock, but he goes hard. Love his work rate.
Yeah, as I said, Joe, I mean, primarily Sammy Penny and Hamilton, the 2 lock forwards, Finau and Burr, they're both primarily loose forwards in their local club competitions, but they just work hard, good line-out forwards, and so they've done really nicely in being able to really fill what is a bit of a void for Waikato at the moment.
This is what I'm talking about here, and Bay's inability to exit their own territory. Look at the territory in the second half. Waikato is playing the game exactly where they want to. Look at where we are on the field. They've got them pinned down there. The Bay need to work on the exit strategy and get the ball down the other end of the field.
Waka's done a really good job, named at fullback, coming on for Reves Rehan, who failed an HIA. Waka doing a great job steering the Mulu around at number 10, rejig the back line early on. Morning Narawa.
Crouch. Bang. Sit.
Scrum coming from Waikato, but they're being penalised.
Number one. One's in. Get straight in.
It's against Torofaha Mokioa, the man who's been called,
One
and
straight in. And
Eldon Hayes gets up and just has a little bit of a chip.
No, his feet are coming out.
Chance for Bay of Plenty to exit. You see Dark Arts at its finest. Eldon Hayes winning that little battle within the battle.
Here's one of these opportunities to get out of the territory I'm talking about.
Nice take at the front by Johnston. Now they look to drive, and there's a little bit of push and shove, nothing too much. Tahuriorangi, excuse me, goes to the sky. It's taken by Weber. Another opportunity for the Steamers. Black wants to go wide. Skip with Garland. That's nicely over the top to Trask. Coming across, that's a beautiful tackle. Narawa, will it set up for Amoni? No, he's overrun it. Following though is Curry.
He waited, and he didn't get the bounce. How good is this though, Joey? What a break.
Oh, brilliant again. Skipworth, he got on the outside. Beautiful offload. Trask to that man. Narawa, you back him. Oh, I thought he was gone. But the cruelness of the rugby ball just kept rolling along the dirt. Too good a deck this. Batesy, too good a deck.
He had patience, didn't he? Watch him wait. I'm going to wait. Oh, it's not going to work for me today.
The scrum's going to be massive though, Batesy, for this Waikato side. Been under a little bit of heat the last couple.
Did right, you are right there, and also Skipworth Garland. He's starting to cause a few problems out in the midfield there, isn't he?
Bang.
Ratama to feed. A vital defensive scrum from Waikato. Get that ball back, it turns. Here comes Ratama. Scooting down the left wing. He needs some support. Or does he? Tracking back is Caleb Trask. Or has that gone too far? Has it? It has. So they'll come all the way back to the point of that kick. Gee, what a lovely read and react from the base of a scrum which was twisting and turning by Reves Reihana. Oh, not by Reihana, excuse me, Cortez Ratama.
Yeah, definitely, because as Joey mentioned, they're starting to put the heat on. Tauriorangi gets a palm off, and then from there, and that's going to come all the way back to there, to the 40, when it was kicked twice in a row. Just keeps rolling and doesn't get the bounce the attacking side wanted.
Quite a brilliant scrum from that Bay of Plenty side. Just about drew a penalty. We've got a change down here, boys. They're impressive. Sammy Pini Finau's been taken off, and he's been replaced by number 19, James Thompson.
Another impressive shift by Finau.
What about just, if they've got it all on them here, Joey, what about just scrumming for a penalty, or at least scrumming for advantage if they're good enough, and then get out to Skipworth Garland in the midfield, who's creating a few problems?
Totally agree. Scrum for the advantage, have a crack out wide, and then go to your line out more, because they've been getting some pay off that in the second half.
Okay. No, it's the last one. Okay, don't go early. Okay, I've warned you once. This is the second time. No, he's not. Don't go early. What's he going to come to the mark? Okay.
Oh, every team's got a wag, don't they?
Just hold your weight.
Not sure who it was that said it, but I quite enjoyed it, I'll be honest.
Yeah, so when Joey Wheeler's giving a round of applause for a one-liner, you know it must be pretty good.
That was very good from Takiaho, I think it was, giving Geldon Heiss the what for?
Sit!
A reset once again. See how the banter goes this time round.
Keep it on. Let's go, boys. Boys, if we can just lift the height up from everyone, okay? Lift it up slightly, please. Okay.
We'll wait
Just bring the height
his
up a little bit,
opportunity to maybe get involved. Is there a nice little set backline play that he can get involved in? See Black closest to the scrum. Then Holland's heads, and then you just see left of your screen. That's Narawa waiting inside the final 10. Good scrum. Now they pop up. It sits at the back. They're going to go again.
It's up.
Fall over like 10 pins. This is eating up a little bit of time.
No, it's both. You've come up, he's come up at the same time. You've come up and he's come up at the same time.
Let's go, boys.
Here he is. Flipping pugwash. Andrew Strawbridge. Still a little bit nervy. There's Ross Filippo sending a message down. They know how key this final 9 minutes is. Win for Waikato will give them a great chance to host a premiership semi-final in a fortnight's time. Free kick given. Free kick against Bay of Plenty.
I find that tough, to be honest with you. I do find that tough on the bait. I'm not sure how he was meant to get the ball in.
What this is doing, I mean, the scrum is packing down around the 70-minute mark, and it's close to 2 minutes that we've eaten up in this one little area, and the game hasn't advanced.
Keep the height up. Keep the height up.
So I suppose the question that Dan Wyong has just said is, you could have got it in. To be fair, probably could have got it in there, but he also felt it was going to ground. So
stay straight.
Now it's a loose head and feed for Waikato, have taken the option of the scrum. And they get it in. Backing out. Goes to the back. Ratima. Away they go to Waka. That's Louis Rogers on the carry. Ratima. Penalty. It's kicked out by a Bay of Plenty player. Dixon gets hoisted back up, and a slap on the rump from Liam Messam for his troubles. We mentioned the veteran players. How good have some of these Sevens players been? What flavour have they added to the Mitre 10 Cup?
And the Farah Palmer as well. Don't forget that.
Oh, yes.
They're pretty good in that as well.
Very remiss of me. My apologies, because the Blackburn Sevens really took that particular competition as well by storm. As you see what he was trying to do. There's another one in Joe Webber.
Bit of heat there, right?
Tukiaho. Nicely to the back for Thompson. And now they look to drive. Jacobson scoots free. Can they get over the ball? Bay of Plenty? No. Well protected by Waikato.
Good. Go on, stay on, stay on, stay on. Good.
Waiting. Burr to carry. Messam in there as well. Looking and scanning, they come through on Liam, and he wheels away and then tries to bump off Johnston, who's equal to the task. Then Thompson follows. Ratima, Burr. And it continues to look away. Now it's Rogers. Ratima cutting back on the angle is Jacobson getting over that ball. It was Curry. Tokeaho. Clock starting to tick-tock away if you're a Steamers supporter. Ratima. Burr says, give it to me. I'm going there. Heldon Hayes was waiting. Ratima gets there quickly again. Kortai tries to step inside. Quickly out of the line was Kabeli. Thompson. Rolls and presents. Gee, do you think drop goal maybe? Pick and go. Driven back, Burr. Bay of Plenty tried to blow over the top. Kabeli is up. Ball is sitting there. Steamers trying to advance through. If they turn this one over, that's great work by the blue and gold pack. It's slow ball though. And now they're going to reset
No, your guy's holding him
with
in.
a scrum.
No. That's a good clean. That's a good counter.
This is
Guys, change coming up for Bay of
Number
20.
11.
Number 11, Joe Weber. Guy with the best haircut in Mitre 10 Cup. He's being replaced by another 7-star and Regan Ware.
No, because your guy was initially holding him in. Yeah, your guy was holding him in. So I'm just going to go.
no, Joey really wants to go.
Yeah, time's off.
As you say, there's the interchange. There's Regan Ware, another very talented sevens exponent.
Okay, let's go. Time back on. Let's go.
Let's go as we wait for this scrum to form. Here's the live standings. Look at that. Bay of Plenty at the bottom, but now only a point behind Wellington. Waikato with a chance if things stay the way they are. Auckland go down to Canterbury next week. Waikato head to Kaikoai to take on Northland. Tasman head to Dunedin to play Otago. North Harbour play Bay of Plenty.
Stay fair, stay straight.
Wellington against
Same as you if you want.
Manawatu, not for the shield.
Okay, time on. Let's go, lads.
Just got to love this competition. Pretty much every single game as we look ahead to round 10 is going to have a bit of something on it. And we've still got 4.5 to go in this one.
Bang!
You'll probably see that live table change another 3 times by the end of it. Off the back, Dixon. The Huriorangi goes for a run. Gets that ball away to Trask. Gets it away to Narawa. They're quickly onto him and they needed to be. They pop it up to Huriorangi. Gets it away to Johnston. Still going, Joe. Numbers, intercepted by Sefo Kotai. Now Johnston gets back over the top and wins it back.
Okay, he's locked it on, but you've held the ball.
And here you go, Joey. Is here your kick for the corner and the maul you're asking for earlier.
It's only taken 5.5 minutes, but yeah, look, I reckon that's where they've got to go. They've got to back their forward dominance that they've had. Scrum time and at maul in the second 40. Back it, boys.
This is off the back of another break by Caleb Trask. Shivers, he's been good, hasn't he?
If I've seen Fat Man's track before, that's it right there. Brilliant.
Well, this is an important 4 minutes because Bay of Plenty, you can talk about relegation. These guys are with a win today, with the bonus point that they currently have. They're in the hunt for the top 4.
We're going to have another look at the table. Our graphics department's putting in for OT today, I think.
Make sure if we go up, we go straight, eh?
There you go. So if Bay of Plenty were to get the job done, you can add on another 3 points. And that'd jump them up ahead of North Harbour. This is vital, though. Vala's got to hit the target.
Cap's fine. The cap's fine.
Says Captain Obvious. Up, taken nicely. Can they get that drive going? Sacked down by Waikato. Under advantage, though. They've got an opportunity to take a shot. It's a poor kick. Trying to step and dance their way through. There's Curry on the kick. They'll play the penalty.
Go back to the one here.
Just on 3 to go. They'll come all the way back.
Number 19 has come straight through and taken the support player out. So just have a word to him and just tell him he needs to be very careful. Number 19, yeah. Hey, yep.
It's James Thompson being warned.
19, be very careful with those actions.
For
Early
Hampior. He's got a job he's going to have to do as Black punches it into the corner. This is a great spot.
On the lifter.
2.5 to go.
Boys, the line's the middle. The line's the middle. As he throws the ball and don't step.
And weighing it, remaining very calm. The referee out of Hawke's Bay. Jacobson knows how key it is to stop this. Vala, up they go. Taken nicely. They smuggle it. Karpik's got it. Waikato's counted really nicely. Where is that ball? Waikato's blowing through and turned it over. And the backs know the forwards have just done their team a massive favour and they come in to give the small numbers pats on the back.
They just didn't get it set. It splintered straight away to the left a little bit. They just didn't get their front set. See, watch here, watch Karpik. It just splinters there. And then all of a sudden, it just allows them to get in and dig at that ball and a little knock on. But I know what my mate on the sideline's going to say. It's not over yet because here comes the scrum pressure, Joey.
Yeah, scrum time. Ross Hildenhuis will be licking his lips here, but again, Bay of Plenty let them in there. Poor lift execution, bringing that jumper down to set that maul. Gave them a gap to put their heads in, but brilliant timing from that Waikato side to go individual, pick them off one by one and dismantle that maul. Well done, Waikato.
3 key men for Bay of Plenty right there. They'll start this platform. Hildenhuis, Vella and Lay. Thompson going for a bit of a wander, tries to clear the head. Second rows come in. Number 8's ready to go. Vital moment in this game with 75 seconds left in regulation. Ball to the back. Pressure coming in. Drops. Penalty! Penalty earned by that Bay of Plenty pack. Now Dixon and Messam.
Surely you said again, don't you? Surely you just say, right, we'll go to scrum again.
Totally agree with you, Batesy. You've got the edge on them here.
Stop them going forward.
And then you go to the line out. Keep it in. Have a crack at them, 5 metres.
They've decided to go with the scrum instead.
Your knees on the ground.
It was good from the Mulu side. The hit was really good, but then the pressure comes on that far side. Watch it come through there and they pop. And then referee Wainga gives the penalty, and we have got some finish with about less than a minute to go.
There's the siren. Big moments. Big moments in the Mitre 10 Cup Premiership for Bay of Plenty and Waikato. Scrum pops down, now up, that collapses. Will they look to use this ball? It's under advantage. Waikato need to be careful. That's 4 penalties in a row. And here comes a wee chat.
Luke. Okay, so now we've had a few penalties. Okay, we've still got time to go. Okay, so your props, both
4 in a row
with, okay? Yeah. Sweep
for
the next one.
Waikato.
Go to the bin, okay?
And in that key area, 5 out from the try line.
Sweeties.
Or Terry Black chipping in as well.
Who can hold their nerve? Because if you're Bay, you're obviously going to scrum again, and you just want one more penalty, and then you've got Waikato down to 14. For Waikato, all you need is one good scrum.
Hildenhuis just continues to steer. So Faha Mokiola.
Keep it up.
The nervous energy in that coaching box could probably power Cambridge for the next 12 months. A minute past the siren. Great hit by Bay of Plenty. We'll reset this one again.
Reset.
There's Clayton McMillan. Mighty All Blacks coach. He'll be looking after the Chiefs next year, as we said earlier. Sitting, watching, looking very calm. He'll be back in his pack. He's got...
Lions, boys. Lions. On the rocks. Let's go, boys. Crouch.
Head jerks up there from Hildenhuis.
Fine. Sit.
Great contact. Good contact by Hildenhuis. And Faha Mokiola. And it goes. They're going to use it. Away they come.
Play on.
Trying to get over that ball is Jacobson. Can't. Ball is sitting there.
Stay on side.
Crowd urge Waikato. Pick and go.
Hands and feet.
That's as far as Bay of Plenty need to go. Karpik. Kabeli presents nicely. Te Horiarangi. Pick and go. Oh, they can smell the whitewash. Te Horiarangi wanting to go wide. Trask. Big tackle to Paya. Trying to get over the top with Sullivan. But the Steamers still have it. Flat ball, Vella. Big defence. Away it goes. Johnston! Bay of Plenty stealing it to death.
And look at that. That is the two different emotions that the sport brings you. Waikato are gutted. And let's have a look at the Bay. They are pumped.
Game over.
It's a tough.
Quite unbelievable. Sorry, Baxi. Quite